Tonight, Rabia will take us to a sensational Italian restaurant to sample food of tantalizing tastes. We'll check out a chic Hong Kong club that brings a new compelling lifestyle for men. We'll meet the world-famous Long Long and find out the story behind his talent. Plus the launch of the fine jewellery collection from one of the leading names in the fashion world.
Welcome to Dolce Vita. So what makes a great restaurant, Winnie?
I'd say fine food, nice decor, and of course good word of mouth.
So would you go where Frank Sinatra and Sophia Loren go and eat what they eat?
Oh, absolutely!
It's amazing how famous figures influence us in so many different ways.
If meatball spaghetti and a glass of wine is your idea of Italian cuisine, you're in for a refresher lesson today. Italy has a rich culinary history, and each region has its own tantalizing traditional dishes. So if you think that Italian food is all about pizzas and spaghettis, you might want to reconstruct that idea.
Enjoy the romantic atmosphere while stimulating your palate with the authentic Italian taste. Rich and sophisticated, the decor of this place is elegant with the touch of the Italian villa ambience. Everything from its furniture to tableware, from its lamps to its linens, has captured the best Italian essence. And take a closer look to see who has dined in the original Genoa restaurant over the years. The beloved Italian actress Sophia Loren, the late Pope Jean-Paul II, the recently retired tenor Luciano Pavarotti, and the late American singer Frank Sinatra are among the countless celebrity guests of the chef Gian Belloni. Regarded as the ambassador of Italian cuisine, Mr. Belloni is the third generation of this family-owned restaurant. His creations have amazed not only his fellow Italian celebrities, but food lovers from all over the world. Can you spot the Pope, Maradona and Sofia in this mural?
A typical Italian food flair has 5 components: l'antipasto, il primo, il secondo, il contorno, and il dolce. L'antipasto, as we're familiar with, means appetizer, like focaccia. Il primo stands for first course, like soups or pastas.
Next on the Italian culinary tour is ravioli in creamy pesto sauce, a house specialty named after the legendary opera singer Pavarotti. The pesto sauce didn't just impress Pavarotti. Pope Jean-Paul II had a secret passion for it as well, and he had it hand-delivered to him every year. A good reason why Gian Belloni was crowned as the Pope's pesto maker. Striving for quality and authenticity, over 70% of the ingredients are imported directly from Italy, and all the pastas are homemade on the premises. If you're more fond of the red sauce like Frank Sinatra, this seafood spaghetti is a delightful choice. Frank was a loyal customer of this place, and the story goes that it was written into the contract that only Mr. Belloni was to prepare his food whilst Frank was touring in Milan.
Since pastas are considered as first course in Italy, it is served in small portions. So to satisfy your healthy appetite, there's il secondo. As you may have guessed, il secondo means second course. This is when poultry, meat, or seafood is served.
Along with the pastas, there are more elaborate dishes for the meat lovers, such as these tender lamb chops with black truffle sauce. It's not named after any celebrity, but no matter what language you speak, it still translates to delicious.
This lamb chop is cooked to perfection, and I love the black truffle sauce with this lamb.
Another crowd pleaser is this dessert, a dessert that is dedicated to the Italian sweetheart Sophia Loren. Homemade puff pastry with orange cream, an absolute labour of love.
No meal ends without delectable dessert, at least not for me. Now this is what I call dolce.
I'm always so amazed by how much women love jewellery.
Well, I think it's strange how you guys love cars.
I suppose men and women are from different planets.
We do have one thing in common.
What's that?
Our need to make ourselves happy. Each era has its own uniqueness, and that of course includes jewelry and fashion.
For example, during the First and Second World War, despite all the chaos during the wartime, it is a period that the largest volume of designers' work was produced.
That's right. Although the 30s are well known for costume jewelry, it was a significant period of time where jewelry designers created some of the most captivating fine jewelry pieces.
The new collection launched this time includes 21 high-end jewellery pieces that reveal a true sense of audacity and creativity. Most of them are a new interpretation of the jewellery pieces from the 1930s. Each piece is claimed to be made from the best Parisian workshops with divine craftsmanship. The launch is recognised to be a continuation of the label's commitment to luxury and its Parisian style.
Well, Mandy, I know you know a bit about jewelry, and I'm interested in designer work in the 30s.
Sure. The famous Art Deco design emerged during the 20s and 30s. It's a period when the free-flowing curves were replaced by the symmetrical and geometric themes.
Okay, that seems to be a perfect example.
The essential characteristic of Art Deco ornaments was the use of non-traditional objects, shapes and colours. They needed to be strikingly attractive without appearing tasteless. The strict geometry expressed in this piece perfectly echoes jewellery created in the Art Deco era. The detachable long pendant is one highlighted feature of the piece, which allows a true expression of fluidity and flexibility. Richly decorated with 374 diamonds, the piece is a new interpretation of a remarkable jewellery piece from the 1932 collection of the brand.
When it comes to jewelry, flowery design is my all-time favorite.
The most expensive piece launched this time is one which draws together two major themes from the classic world of the brand. Camellia and Comet are the two subject matters that have been commonly used in the jewellery collections. Similar to the piece that was shown before, this necklace is a remake of the masterpiece from the first fine jewellery collection presented in Paris in 1932.
Pink is always a core element in every woman's wardrobe. It's always enticing to us.
One exceptional feature of this collection is the 10-carat cushion-cut yellow diamond shining in a bed of coloured sapphires. The octagonal cut diamond in the middle is inspired by the bottle stopper of the signature perfume from the brand. The gold structure, which resembles a jacket collar, appears to float over the skin. And all of these are great examples of how classic pieces can be transformed to accommodate modern tastes.
A lot of people like to relax after work and go to a club, but what everyone looks for is a little privacy, which is why a group of fanatics in England started up a shareholders club, which has now expanded to Hong Kong.
Hello, Alistair.
Hi, how are you?
I know you're going to open a new bar here soon. So why did you choose Hong Kong as your second location?
Look, we had a look at a number of different cities. We looked at 10 in total. Hong Kong is a city which is so vibrant, but it's also a city which lacks a place that has the standard of international clubs and bars and members clubs, and it was a little bit obvious to me that the Hong Kong locals were really looking for something that could satisfy their demand.
So what's so special about the club?
Look, I suppose if you had the opportunity to own your own club, and you could also own one of the best clubs in the world, with some of the best people in the world, you know, you'd just be sort of biting your arm off to have that opportunity. So that is what is compelling everybody to apply. So owning your own club is something that is a bit of a trophy asset, really, I suppose.
Is there any criteria for choosing stakeholders or the members?
Yeah, there are. There's 10 different industry sectors. So from finance, film, fashion, banking, law, property, art, music. So there's 10 different industry sectors, and we just take the top people in those industry sectors and 25 best people.
Instead of cramming into local coffee shops or hotel lobbies for short meetings or email checking, members here can stay away from the office and still enjoy themselves in a luxurious and private setting.
Since many people who work around Central complain that it's not easy to find a meeting place close enough to work, this club seems like a perfect solution. During daytime, many people consider it a perfect cosy place to conduct meetings, check emails, or simply take a break and read the papers. And for busy clubs like this, sometimes sections of space will cater for luxury brand launches or photo shoots. Other than the cocktail lounge setting, there are also individually themed private dining rooms which can seat up to 24 people. The high level of activity definitely brings in the revenue. Great news for the shareholders.
How can you have a great night out without top quality music? Well, the music in this club is guaranteed to impress, because the DJs come all the way from England.
During the night, the club offers a completely different experience for the customers. Music plays a big part in parties, so the experienced international DJs here are definitely a highlight.
While some partygoers are still looking for the perfect party hangout, others have already found it here. Seriously, what could be better than savouring a delicious cocktail in your own glamorous club while continuing to watch your assets soar?
Coming up, let's check out a refreshingly stylish way to reorient yourself. And discover what allows Long Long to breeze through the difficulties in competitions.
The saying goes, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness, however, is the key to success. Wearing an attractive outfit may not make you succeed, but being comfortable and looking your very best can certainly make you happy.
While many people think that ties express respect and politeness, many guys do love to make a little revolution once in a while.
Earlier this year, a men's-only society was formed by an elite group of the world's opinion leaders with a mission: to liberate men from the neckties. And as the founder of the club said,
as China is growing as one of the most big superpower of the world at the moment economically, and being one of the eldest culture in the world, it is time for China to stand up and reinvent its own style. And what we've tried to do with this Mandarin Color Society is tell the people of Orient, stand up for your rights, really wake up, stop absorbing the Western culture merely like it is, but reinvent your own destiny in terms of all categories of aspect of life, and among others, style. And so what we're doing with the Mandarin Color Society, we're launching an Oriental style, an Oriental style which is wearable and relevant to the world, as an alternative to the Western style which is symbolized by the tie. And therefore we tell people, loosen the noose and take off your tie and be yourself, be Orient.
their goal is to expand the tie-free network to men in different industries, and going out without a tie is truly liberating.
Well, I used to wear a tie when I was in politics, and one day I decided that the tie was just a sign of being under the control of somebody, and I decided to be free, and I had the impression that when I was wearing a tie, my ideas were in a way tied up, so I just had to free everything.
Actually, I identify myself to what the clubs want, and the club identify itself to what I am. I think it's more we found each other.
Mandarin collar jacket is the gentle version of Chairman Mao look. It's not only chic, it's also very suitable for formal occasions.
The club members all agree that the Mandarin collar brings a new elegance. For those of you who think there's little variation in workwear, the Mandarin collar might just bring you a little surprise. Although the Mandarin collar is getting more and more popular, very few people actually understand the origin of this particular style. Did you realise it's a Western interpretation of Manchurian dress?
Mandarin collar jackets is a great alternative to Western suits, and as the club encourages, Mandarin collar could be worn during leisure time.
In contemporary Western dress, Mandarin collars are found in Oriental-styled or minimalistically styled clothing. The edges of the collar either barely meet at the centre or overlap only slightly. Overlapping Mandarin collars are often a continuation of the shirt's placket and have a button on the collar to secure the two sides of the shirt together. Other than going to board meetings in a Mandarin collar, the club also encourages men of the 21st century to go a bit further. Wear it when you're on a polo field, or on a golf course. What they mean to say is, wherever you go. You may wonder where on earth we can get so many different styles of Mandarin collar shirts. Well, the 88 members of the club do get exclusive access to made-to-measure shirts. I guess that's probably what we call prestige.
To become a successful artist, we often have to make sacrifices, such as a certain lifestyle or even happiness.
Pablo Picasso once said that all children are artists, but the problem is how to remain one once you grow up.
That's a good question. I wonder if that was ever a concern for this gifted pianist.
In the world of classical music, there are hundreds of young Asian performers showing up on the roster of the talented. There's this one gifted Chinese pianist who's considered one of the best of his generation. And today we have the chance to speak with him. Let's find out about his passion, his life, and his love for the piano.
大家好，雷猴。我现在就会这几句广东话，不好意思。
The Chinese pianist Long Long, at the age of only 24, has achieved international recognition. His performances have been connecting with audiences all around the world.
Thank you for being here with me today. So I know your love for piano started when you were 2 years old. What was the motivation behind?
I was watching Tom and Jerry cartoon, and I remember they were playing a piece, the least Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2. At that time, I have no idea what they played, but this was really fun. I remember. So I got so excited.
You were only 2.
Yeah. So that was the inspiration, the first.
Right. You've won dozens of international awards throughout the years. How would you describe your experience?
I stopped joining competitions when I was 13. So half of my life, I already forgot what is competition like. But certainly, when I was a kid, I'm like competition freak. I basically come to every competition and try to get the number 1. But I think it's a little bit silly because music is about love. It's about sharing your thoughts, and it's nice to be in a competition. But most important thing is to get improved from the competition, and also another thing is that the competition today is not going to make you a great musician, because you need to have a year by year build up your career. So the most important thing is to become a musician. So therefore, competition just a really nice progress.
I know you've performed in many famous concert halls. Which one was the most memorable?
The most incredible experience was when I was 17 and I was stepping in for Andrew Watts, who got fever at that time and he cannot play. So I step in. It's made my career. So that concert I will never forget. But obviously later, the debut, first time is Berlin Philharmonic with Vienna Philharmonic. First time coming back to China with Philadelphia Orchestra. And then obviously in every major concert hall. And also last year, the opening concert for the World Cup in Munich. That was also quite stunning.
These are very big events.
Yeah.
Are you going to continue with classical music?
Sure, I'm always, this is what I'm doing. I'm a classical musician. But obviously, as a classical musician, that we are also looking for new ways. Movie soundtracks, which I just get a Golden Globe award for this Painted Veil, the best soundtrack.
Wow.
And so hopefully next year I will get into Oscar ceremonies, hopefully. And yeah, there's more things that.
Are you planning to release an album anytime soon in the near future?
I'm going to release the next album. It's very serious. It's Beethoven.
Oh.
So that's the next one. The one before I released this was all in Chinese music, and this is also the first time ever Universal Records release a Chinese music record around the globe. And very fortunately, we get the #1 chart in America, in Germany, UK.
Well, congratulations.
And so it's a very important step. Yeah.
Now, besides music, what do you like to do for fun?
I'm a huge football, soccer fan, and also basketball. But I don't play either of the game because it's too dangerous for me. But I play ping pong and I swim. Yeah.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Well, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Long Long. Thank
Yeah.
you. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Long Long is a role model for young aspiring pianists, and Aristo Sham is one of them. Just like Long Long, Aristo has outstanding achievements in international piano competitions. While a lot of famous pianists are busy touring the world, Long Long is actively involved in supporting the learning of piano, because he believes every little pianist can be a sparkling star.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed our program.
For more information about tonight's episode, check out our website.
We'll be bringing you more ways to live the sweet life right here in Hong Kong.
Have a nice weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.